Welcome to another edition of Autocar India Quick News, your weekly wrap of all the latest happenings from the automotive world. Before we get going, please ensure you're subscribed to the Autocar India channel and have hit the bell icon to be notified every time we have a new video up. We'll start this week's news with Mercedes. The German car maker has launched the facelifted AMG GLE 53 Coupe in India at 1.85 crore rupees. With all options ticked, the price can swell to 2.25 crore rupees. The visual update is minimal and includes subtly redesigned headlights and taillights along with a refreshed front bumper. The interior too gets mild changes with new elements like part leather, part Alcantara finish for the steering. The rest of the cabin remains familiar. Feature highlights include a customizable head-up display, additional control buttons on the steering wheel, and heated and ventilated front seats. Optional extras include the AMG Track Pace software and AMG's high-performance braking system. Mechanically, the facelifted GLE 53 remains identical to the previous model with a 3-litre 6-cylinder turbo petrol engine that powers all four wheels with 435 horsepower and 560 Nm via a 9-speed automatic gearbox. However, there's a new Gen 48-volt mild hybrid system that adds 20 horsepower and 200 Nm on hard acceleration, the benefits of which can be seen with the 0 to 100 kph time dropping to 5 seconds. Top speed is limited to 250 kph. You can watch our review of the 2024 GLE 53 to know what it's like. Mercedes-Benz India also launched the facelifted GLA at a price of 50.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The new GLA is available in 3 trims: GLA 200, GLA 220D 4MATIC and GLA 220D 4MATIC AMG line, and continues with the same set of petrol and diesel engines. The subtle facelift brings in new internals for the headlamps and tail lamps, while AMG line versions see the adoption of a body-colored apron on the bumper. A spectral blue paint shade has been added to the list of color options. On the inside, you get a new AMG spec steering wheel with touch-based controls on the AMG line. The passenger side of the dashboard gets a carbon fiber-like insert, and the center console has been neatened up with revised switchgear and more storage. As before, the GLA sports a twin 10.25-inch screen layout, though an updated MBUX system has unlocked more features, such as wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's a new 360-degree camera, and the list of connected features has also grown. The digital dials also get more themes, including an off-road mode. Keyless entry, a gesture control function for the tailgate, and blind spot warning are other new additions. Other features of note include a twin-pane sunroof, 64-color ambient lighting, powered front seats with memory, a wireless phone charger, dual-zone climate control, and 7 airbags. The GLA continues to be offered with a 163 horsepower, 270 Nm, 1.3-litre turbo petrol engine that's paired to a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, and there's also the option of a 190 horsepower, 400 Nm, 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel with standard-fit all-wheel drive and an 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. We've driven the fully loaded GLA 220D 4MATIC AMG line in our review of the 2024 model. Do watch. Land Rover has launched the updated Range Rover Evoque in India at 67.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The model is available in a single trim, namely Dynamic SE. What's interesting here is that the new price means the baby Range Rover is now priced at par with the 7-seat Discovery Sport from the Land Rover stable. The updated Evoque gets a redesigned grille with detailing in line with larger Range Rovers, new super slim LED headlamps with redesigned LED running lamp signatures, new red brake calipers, and a new twin 10-spoke design for the alloy wheels. This aside, there are 2 new colors to choose from: Corinthian bronze and Tribeca blue. The Evoque gets a more comprehensive makeover inside with the move to a more minimalist look in line with other Range Rovers. A new 11.4-inch curved touchscreen takes center stage on the dash, and many of the functions have been incorporated onto the screen. There's no physical switchgear on the dashboard, but it's compensated by a sidebar on either end of the touchscreen that provides access to all critical functions such as climate, seating, and audio controls at all times. JLR says this allows 80% of all tasks to be performed within 2 taps. There's also a new steering wheel and an all-digital instrument cluster. Other features include heated and cooled front seats, dual-zone climate control, a panoramic sunroof, 360-degree surround view camera, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a new PM 2.5 air purification system. The Evoque remains mechanically unchanged. It comes with a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine that produces 247 horsepower and 365 Newton meters, and there's the option of a 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel that produces 201 horsepower and 430 Newton meters. Both engines get a 48-volt mild hybrid system. There's a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and all-wheel drive is standard. Want to know more about the new Evoque? Check out Renuka's first drive video. Skoda used the inaugural Bharat Mobility Expo to showcase its electric crossover, the Enyaq, ahead of the model's launch later this year. Skoda is expected to reveal prices for the electric crossover in March, marking the Czech brand's entry into the Indian EV space. Skoda will most likely bring the top-spec Enyaq iV80X to India that will come with a 77 kWh battery and a dual-motor arrangement good for 265 horsepower. The battery pack can support 125 kW DC fast charging and can deliver a claimed range of 513 km on a single charge. The Enyaq iV is based on the VW Group's Born Electric MEB platform, which also underpins the Volkswagen ID.4 and Audi Q4 e-tron. The Enyaq iV is only slightly smaller than the Skoda Kodiaq, but is strictly a 2-row crossover. The model will likely be priced upwards of 55 lakh rupees. Porsche has unveiled the all-new and all-electric Macan. The new electric Macan is 103mm longer, 15mm wider and 2mm lower than the existing petrol model. It's been developed alongside the Audi Q6 e-tron, which shares its premium platform electric architecture and key parts of its chassis, batteries and power electronics with the new Porsche. The exterior styling moves away from the familiar look of the original Macan and draws on the design cues from the Taycan, most notably in its distinctive rectangular headlights and wraparound LED rear light bar. The roofline and overall silhouette are significantly sleeker than the first-gen Macan, particularly in the rakish rear end, which houses a retractable spoiler. The interior looks familiar as it matches that of the current Cayenne in terms of style and layout. It features up to 3 digital displays, a standard 12.6-inch curved instrument cluster, a 10.9-inch infotainment touchscreen, plus an optional separate 10.9-inch touchscreen for the front passenger. The Macan EV has been revealed in Macan 4 and Macan Turbo guises. The electric Macans use dual permanent synchronous motors with a single-speed gearbox on each axle. In the Macan 4, they deliver a combined 408 horsepower and 650 Newton meters to give a 0 to 100 kph time of 5.2 seconds and a top speed of 220 kph. The Macan Turbo offers 639 horsepower and up to 1130 Newton meters, which enables a 0 to 100 kph time of just 3.3 seconds and a 260 kph top speed. The Macan's 95 kWh battery can be charged at up to 270 kilowatts, giving a 10 to 80% top-up within just 21 minutes. The official WLTP ranges are put at 613 km for the Macan 4 and 591 km for the Macan Turbo. Both the Macan 4 and Macan Turbo can be had with the option of rear-wheel steering. Porsche India has also announced pricing for the more powerful turbo that will start at 1.65 crore rupees. Prices for the Macan 4 are awaited. The car maker has started accepting bookings and deliveries are due to commence by the second half of 2024. The electric Macan will be sold alongside the petrol-powered version until the end of 2025, post which the lineup will become exclusively electric. Citroen has launched the C3 Aircross Automatic, prices for which start at 12.85 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The C3 Aircross 80 is available in 2 trims, Plus and Max, and costs 1.3 lakh rupees more than its manual counterpart. The automatic gearbox in use is a 6-speed torque converter unit sourced from Japanese firm Aisin, which comes mated to the existing 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol engine. The power output remains unchanged at 110 horsepower, but torque is now up to 205 Newton meters, up by 15 Newton meters. The gearbox features a manual mode but does not get paddle shifters. The 80 gearbox also adds in certain functions such as remote engine start and AC preconditioning. Incidentally, this new gearbox is from the same family of gearboxes as the ones used in the Skoda Kushaq and Slavia and the Volkswagen Taygun and Virtus for their 1-litre TSI engines, as well as the MG Aster for its 1.3-litre turbo petrol engine. Gearbox aside, the C3 Aircross remains unchanged. At its price, the C3 Aircross 80 undercuts all the entry-level 80 variants of its rivals such as the Hyundai Creta, Kia Seltos, MG Aster, Maruti Grand Vitara and so on. It also continues to be the sole model in its segment to offer 7 seats. The 2024 edition of the Formula Bharat student competition was held at the Curry Motor Speedway in Coimbatore from January 19 to 24. The 8th edition of the event featured a few international teams, however, the Indian teams came out on top. The races were categorized into combustion vehicles and electric vehicles. In the combustion vehicle category, Vishwa racers from Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology Pune emerged as the champions, and IIT Bombay Racing from the Indian Institute of Technology Mumbai took home the championship in the EV category. Here's the full list of all the categories and their winners. And with that, it's a wrap on this week's news. Stay tuned to Autocar India for all the latest news and reviews, and thank you for watching.